helping people understand how to understand what food is about, what good food is, how to understand what you're putting into your body, how everything begins into the kitchen, but also helping people understand that each one of us are different, which is why there is no such thing as one size fits all when it comes to how she treats her clients. Let's put our hands together and welcome Kim Lenga into the spotlight, everybody. Hey, Kim, I'll let you know when you got 2 minutes left out of your 10.
Don't you start the clock until I get my screen up, okay? Here we go. Can y'all see that screen?
You got it.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Kim Lenga. I'm your health and fitness advisor for this group. Many of you heard my story, but basically I empower you to change your lifestyle by your behaviors, right? And in the body that you have. Basically, I just shared with Mark, I help people live longer. And I do it with customized fitness and nutrition, and that's what I want to focus on today. So real brief, this is my why. This is my purpose. This is my family. You know, I've been married to my husband for 26 years. We have 2 adult boys. The one in the far right, he's living the life in Miami. He's a doctorate of physical therapy. He works at the University of Miami Hospital. The cool dude in the shades, that's my younger son. He is 23, will be 23, and he is working at General Motors, software programming engineer. And then on the far left, truly why I help people live life longer, and I'll get emotional, is my mom. And she's 92 years young, and that's what it's all about. It's about quality of life, living life independently. That's what I'm helping people do. Real quick, you all know I teach fitness classes, and if you haven't seen me box, well, I invite you to box with me. But basically, this is my setup. It's a home studio. I do it out of my basement, and I don't have all this fancy equipment, and you don't need all that fancy equipment. Basically, I solve the problem. So I go live to you, stream into your home 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 8:30, except for Wednesdays, because I'm with you beautiful people. But I give no excuses, right? You see me in the upper right. I take you on vacation with me and I film. And that bottom photo of the food, that's not mine. That's actually a client. She was sending it to me saying, hey, I'm on vacation, but I'm not missing my workout. So every excuse in the book, I'm going to solve that problem. You can go live with me, or they're all recorded and you do them on demand. But you guys, this is what I really want you to understand is when I talk about food, I want you to understand that I personalize fitness and nutrition. So I do this with DNA testing, and it was this right here that sold me to this company, hook, line, and sinker. It's medical grade, it's 99.9% accurate, and your information is never sold. So unlike 23andMe and Ancestry.com, your information is sold on the back end. That's how they make the profit. So this company, they've researched long and hard to find this lab that will not sell your information. And that's huge for my clients. And it starts with this, easy peasy. You register your kit with Molecular Lab. You do cheek swabs. You send it out to this lab. It takes about 30 days. And then you're going to get a 46-page report all about you. Here's the deal, guys. You get what you get. You can't change your genetics. Your DNA is your DNA, whether you like it or not. But through lifestyle and behavioral changes, so that's how I come alongside you, you change the way your genes interact with one another. That's called epigenetics. So if you've never read the book Dirty Genes, you should do that, because it talks all about that, of like how you can change your lifestyle and behavior factors to change the way your dirty genes interact with each other. This right here, this is one of the pages, one of the 46 pages. On the left, as a fitness instructor, it's like, I want to know, am I even doing the right workouts? On the left, that is actual page out of the book. It's scientific. It tells you about the genes they tested, what I'm supposed to do. The cool thing about this company is they have this system called Gap Analysis Tool, which allows you to go in and plug in your DNA into this, takes like 3 minutes, into this website, and it's going to spit out Cliff Note versions of what that means. So for instance, this is saying, hey, you're genetically designed for intensity and endurance. It's telling me how I need to work out. I need to focus on lighter weights, high reps, little or no rest. I need to work out twice as hard and twice as long, basically no breaks. Strength training is not my jam. I am not going to be a Dave Donovan in CrossFit. It won't work for me. So it says mix in an occasional power workout. Next, everybody wants to know this, how do we get rid of our fat, right? So it says fat loss with exercise. The little on the left, the little dial, it says that I'm less efficient, kind of stinks. For me, if we just go to the Cliff Note versions, it says, hey, if I want to get rid of unwanted fat, your genes require a combination of a healthy diet and intense workout. Well, we already heard about the intense workout. I have to go for 30 to 45 minutes nonstop, little or no breaks. But now it's saying that my body stores fat underneath the skin, not underneath the muscle. So it's difficult for my muscles to use fat as energy for fuel. It makes it twice as hard for me. So you see, I underlined in red, my diet is going to determine where I store or burn fat, whether I do that. So for me, it's all about the weightlifting, the fork to the mouth versus the waist overhead. And the last and final screen that I'm going to share with you about the DNA is inflammation. And this is huge for everybody. A lot of autoimmune diseases out there, a lot of people struggling with inflammation, and it's your diet. But this right here, oh, it went backwards. Don't count that. Don't count that. All right, right here, inflammation. It says I have an increased risk of inflammation. And it really is focusing in on how I need to eat. And that's what's cool about this company. It's going to tell you how you need to eat. So it's like what I underlined or circled. It says you need a diet rich in omega-3s. Well, what is that? Salmon, mackerel, tuna, nuts, seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, eggs. And if any of you have done my meal plans, you see I put a lot of that in there because I know everybody's battling with inflammation. I'm like, eat your walnuts, eat your salmon. And it says you should consider taking an omega-3. So, I mean, right here on the right-hand side, right, it says your genes are on fire. I mean, man, if that doesn't get your attention, what the heck does that mean? Well, does it work? I don't know. You tell me. So on the left, that was me teaching as a fitness instructor. Okay. And I will tell you, I lack the confidence because I'm like, who the heck am I telling somebody how to do a bicep curl when you couldn't see them? And again, you saw in that other, my fat is stored right under the skin. My muscles aren't going to pop unless I burn that fat. So basically, I was doing it all wrong. I was strength training and teaching aerobics. I had to change my workouts. I had to change my eating. I had to change my behaviors. Highly inflamed, excessive fat, joint pain, arthritis. But it's not just me. And I'm showing you this, and I think you're going to recognize the gal on the left. And I'm going to tell you, this is what networking is all about, right? She is a big spokesperson and advocate for me. And yes, she's had tremendous, she put her genes to work. And she questioned every single thing and put me through the ringer on a lot of stuff. But she put her genes to work and she's getting results, and it's consistent and it keeps going that way. But the beauty of it is, Trey, I'm throwing you under the bus. She's 43. She throws my age out there all the time. She's 43, but she has 2 young kids. That is her purpose. That is her why. Live life longer, have more energy. There she is flipping upside down, right? It's because she would text me. She goes, who am I? I'm running. I'm playing with my kids. That's what it's all about. And then real quick on the right, upper left, that's my husband, total transformation. And the reason I threw him in here is when people tell me they're too busy, I'm married to this guy. He is traveling all the time. He's a CEO, executive, and guess what he does? He pulls up my website and he shares it with other executives because they are under a high amount of stress and they need to be eating healthy. He sees what they eat. He sees how they drink. He sees what, so it can be done. The next photo, far right, Miss Sell is the upper right-hand corner. Real quick about her, same story as me. She was a fitness instructor, kind of got off track, but she came to me because she couldn't breathe. When she bent over, her belly and everything was cutting off circulation. She physically came to me and cried. That's 11-month transformation. And guess what? She's back in the gym and she's kicking people's butts. And that's confidence coming out. And the bottom two, husband and wife couple, they are amazing, successful scientists. They travel the world. I think they are in the air more than they are on the ground. And they're scientists. If they can do that, anybody can. You have to solve the problem. I'm a solution provider.
Just wanted you to go right at the 2-minute mark. This is an awesome presentation.
Oh, I went backwards. I went forward. There we go. All right. So this is the other thing. Everybody takes supplements, or pretty much everybody does. And if you don't, you should be. Great study last night about how you're never going to get, I think it was, I wrote it down. I think you had to eat 20,000 calories of food in order to get all the vitamins that you need, your nutrients, micronutrients that you need. So that is a fact, Jack. So you do need to supplement, but how are you doing it? With a whole bunch of guesswork. With the DNA, it actually will tell you what vitamins you need based on if your body, your genes won't allow you to absorb it. which is cool. So if your body's not able to absorb it, it might have an increased requirement. Again, they always tell you what food you should eat, but oh, by the way, here's a supplement you may want to consider. The other thing is it takes into account your medication or medical condition. So it's going to block anything that you shouldn't be taking. This huge game changer for me, because who am I to tell people what to take? Because sometimes they don't disclose what medications they're on, right? And you get it all in a pill pack. So I never leave home without them, and you shouldn't either. And I'm not going to take a whole bunch of bottles or do my little granny pill pack. I'm going to take that one strip of pills and be out the door. And I'm going to end it with this. You guys have been invited. And I will continue to do nutrition workshops. So it's not about me selling you this DNA kit. It's about me helping you navigate. And if you haven't been to a workshop, you need to go. If you've been to one, you need to continue to go, because each time they change. And this is kind of like showing up, being surrounded. You see it once, you think you remember, but then you kind of fall out of habit. And all I can say is I will continue to come alongside you to help you navigate that roadmap. It takes two to tango, though. So I dance alone a lot when people go off on their own, but consistency is going to be the key to living life longer. Okay, it's not perfection, it's consistent. So consistently do these behaviors again and again and again. And that's where I come alongside and help everybody out. But that is it.
All right. That was like a 30-minute presentation done in 10 minutes. You did a great job, Kim. We do have an opportunity for a couple questions or comments. So I always say the first person to unmic goes first.
Hey, Kim, it's not a surprise that I'm the first to unmic, because I just have to share. I implemented some of the things that I learned at your workshop with helping my friend's dad, and he has lost 20 pounds through just some simple changes that I've done to his diet. And his daughter's like, what is going on? It's in the food. It's in what we're eating. So just had to share that.
Thank you.
Awesome.
100%.
Awesome. Who else? And Trey, I love what you're role modeling for your kids. I mean, they pay attention to what parents do, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And they're noticing what you're doing, and they're going to appreciate it so much. So great role modeling.
100%.
So I'm gonna chime in as well, because I've been with Kim's program for about a month, and completely life-changing. I actually have been downsizing my closet a little bit and giving things away and selling and all of the things. And I pulled a skirt out that that used to fit me when I was a very relatively healthy 150 pounds. And I'm not at that weight yet, but I pulled that skirt out. I'm like, hey, I wonder. And that skirt fit me for the first time in 8 years. So after just making these adjustments for a month, the other big gain for me has been that I no longer need an afternoon nap. So I have gained for the first time in as many years as I can remember. So I have gained 2 hours of productive working time that I have clarity and energy, and completely, I'm so excited. Y'all know I've been on a health journey for a while and tried this and tried that and tried this and tried that. And this is the thing. I will never have to try another thing again. I'm a gigantic fan. So thank you.
Hey,
Hi guys,
can
let
I
me
do?
chime in a little bit here. I just, and you guys
He was
all know
my
that
first guinea
Kim's-
pig, let me tell you.
Okay. And I just saw the post from Trey too, but, and I think I showed you this last year when I bought size 34-inch waist for the first time in 20 years. I was so proud. In fact, I put it on Facebook. I bought 34-inch waist pants. I haven't had that since college or whatever. So anyways, but Kim's just amazing in every way. She will stick by you and in a very good way. So thank you, Kim. A great presentation.
Thank you, Dave. I thought about you, and I meant to throw out that how I come alongside is I really will help coach. And I remember vividly when you texted me and said you were passing by Tim Hortons and it was really hard for you to do. And you said, could you sit in the parking lot and eat your hard-boiled eggs? And I said, yes.
That
All right.
was the first week after hockey. That was my treat after hockey, is going to Tim Hortons, and I'm sitting right in the parking lot watching everyone getting a nice sausage sandwich croissant, and I'm sitting there eating hard-boiled eggs.
Look at you now. That's lifestyle, right?
All right. Well, listen, we've all heard some amazing ways in which Kim has helped people individually, even on this team. She's got this health workshop she does once a month. That's a great way to introduce people to her. Nothing you can do is better than giving people the gift of good health. It doesn't matter how much money you've saved, right, Clint? Doesn't matter anything else. If you don't have your health to enjoy it, it doesn't really mean much, right? So Kim's got a real wonderful way